Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race. Exposure to all things truth, whether you like it or not. With unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms. Welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's episode. We're going to be talking about the top 10 crypto picks. Well, not the crypto picks, but top 10 in our portfolios. I'm going to be joined today with Mike, the investor. Now, you know, like I always say, today's episode is going to be a doozy because we always hear in the comment box and see people asking about your top cryptos, your top portfolio. What's your top 10? What's that? So I'm gonna talk about the top 10 today, and we're gonna have some dialogue with Mike, the investor, and just go in. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of jewels that are gonna be dropped on today's episode because his channel is also dropping jewels and gems, not just on crypto, but also stocks and just information that can just truly help you make money. And that's what we're here to do, but not just make money. Also, be spiritually sound and sane, because there's nothing worse than somebody with money who's an asshole, who's just a devil. You don't want to be that person. So let's bring on Mike, man. I'm excited to have him here, and we're just gonna chop it up. Let's go, Mike.
Brando, what's up, my man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm doing well. Good to be here.
Oh, man, I'm glad to have you, actually. I see you're doing big things on your channel. I see you're growing. And, the beautiful thing is that it's people like me and you. You know, it's not too many of us in crypto that can actually, who bring great information to the community at large, who believe in helping and sharing and bringing truth. So, Mike, talk to us a little bit. Give us a little background history. How long you been in crypto? What brought you here, and what brought you on YouTube?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Crypto. You know what it is.
So, yeah, man. I started in crypto during the last market crash during March 2020. And what kind of led me to that was just kind of researching and following the money and what was happening with fiat currency and things around the world and where the world was shifting as far as technology.
Right.
And if we take a step back, instead of just looking at cryptocurrency and we look at blockchain, well, blockchain enables cryptocurrency. And so cryptocurrency is just an application on blockchain tech. And so when we look at that, you then start to see the use cases of different cryptocurrencies, because now you're starting to dig into the deeper level of what the possibilities and potential is of these cryptocurrencies. And so that's what made me really start to understand. And then when you start to see different cryptocurrencies being having the same characteristics as precious metals like gold, silver, platinum, things like that make it more decentralized, make it more controllable for the masses like us, I started just to connect the dots. And then when you see big companies and big financial institutions that are already invested in these different companies since 2017, and right. This was just publicly announced, that they've been invested since 2017. Well, if they allowed us to know this in 2017, how long do you think they actually been invested? So you just got to kind of ask yourself these questions. And so I started looking at that. And during that market crash, I started putting a lot of money into crypto. And if you remember where prices were back around that time, Bitcoin was around, $3,000 to $5,000 at that time, compared to where crypto prices were now. If we look at XLM was around 4 to 6 cents. XRP, 18 to 20 cents. Chainlink was under $10. So if we look at these assets and you see these use cases, now you can really start to see some of the dots connecting. Now people can start to say, oh, I'm starting to see the big picture. So that's what really led me.
And that's dope. But let me ask you this, so people understand how much to come into the game with. I know everybody has, different pockets, but when you came into crypto, how much did you put up of your money? How much skin in the game did you put?
Well, I will say this, being transparent.
Yeah.
Within the first 2.5 months to 3 months, I put in $5,000 into the crypto market.
Nice.
Now, everyone's financial status is different. Now, everyone has to start where they are, right? And so when I started in the stock market, I started investing April 2019. I started my YouTube channel June 2019. I only had a couple $100s when I first started in the stock market. So you could just see the level of growth and the level of knowledge as you start investing. So with the crypto market, I locked in profits from certain stocks, and I had money I had sitting on the side for a market downturn. And then I started investing in cryptos that I knew would be here when the smoke clears. And then from there, I started expanding my knowledge on different use cases.
Nice. Yeah, that's what's up, man. It sounds like you understand first what Bitcoin is, because those who are in the know and understand that Bitcoin is the blockchain that is which affords everybody else to build upon and interop with. So I don't think Bitcoin is going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin is here to stay, because if Bitcoin goes away, blockchain goes away. And that's not what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're here today for the top pick. And everybody wants to know what my top portfolio looks like. And we're going to talk about our top portfolios. But then we're going to also talk about why that doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Okay? Because everybody's unless you only have 10 cryptos or you only have 5. But then, your top 5 or top 10 would matter. But it really doesn't. But Mike, talk to big people. Well, what does your top 10 portfolio look like currently? And why?
Yeah. And I give maybe one reason behind each one as well, not to give too much, because of course we're just people on YouTube. You still got to do your due diligence, right? Yeah. So we're just giving our opinion, our reasons on why we think these will be great investments. Okay. So the first one, of course, is absolutely. And so the first one for me is Bitcoin. Okay. A lot of people say Bitcoin is not fast enough to be used as payments. Well, Bitcoin isn't used for that. Bitcoin is going to be a store of value. And that's why I'm invested in Bitcoin. Just one main reason. Of course, like Brando said, it's the beginning. It's the first crypto. Okay. It's the blockchain that everything started from. All right. Which leads us to the second one, which is Ethereum. All right. So after blockchain, Bitcoin isn't allowed to be built upon or talk to other blockchains. So that's where Ethereum come on. It's the first programmable blockchain, which changed the game. And then also it's going to be a big part of the decentralized finance world, which is DeFi, which is the new financial institution, if you guys don't see it happening right before your eyes. Exactly. Now we look at Chainlink. Or Chainlink connects the dots, okay? We have the blockchain tech, right? Then we have programmable blockchain, the smart contracts, which is Ethereum. And then now we have Chainlink, which is the Oracle, which allows blockchains to talk to one another off-chain and on-chain. And that's what you need to transport different information. And you can see that Chainlink is pretty much used in every major blockchain. So it's going to be massive. We look at XRP. I'm invested in XRP. Now, we know they got one of the strongest communities. People may give me flack for it, but I've been holding them for a while. I'm not selling them. XRP is bridging the gap for financial institutions to connect on the blockchain. That is their use case. All right. And we can kind of get on that a little bit later, but I will say this. I just got to say it. I truly believe that the delisting of XRP from American exchanges was by design. And I will also say this, when it is put back on American exchanges, it will be a lot higher than when you could have purchased it the first time. When it left the American exchanges, XRP was around 28 and 29 cents. Well, look at the price now. Okay. I think that was to shake out weak people. And I also believe if you look at the connections, they're connected with all of the governments, all of the financial institutions. So how the heck is it a scam when they're in bed with these people, right? So that's why you got to kind of follow the money. We look at XLM. They're bridging the unbanked, everyone who doesn't have access to different assets. XLM whole use case is to bridge the unbanked, which now puts everyone on a level playing field.
Right.
We have Tezos, another smart contract blockchain. Which can upgrade itself. It doesn't have to have all these different votings and all of this. It can upgrade itself, and also one of the chosen smart contract blockchains that can do what Ethereum is doing, but also chosen for digitizing real estate. They already have contracts with real estate being used for Tezos. And that's a big thing because real estate is one of the first assets that was tokenized on blockchain, one of the biggest assets. Real estate is huge. So if you guys are understanding where money is flowing into, you will start to understand what projects to get into. We look at Voyager, which is an up and coming token. I know Brando isn't into it. So we're gonna try to sell Mr. Brando into the Voyager token. But hey, I'm invested in not only just the token, but when I'm investing in Voyager, I'm looking at the people, I'm looking at the company, I'm looking at the track record of what these people have done before they came on to build the Voyager company and team. Also, it's a public traded company, what makes it even more legit. You look at Coinbase, think about how many users Coinbase has, and they're just now talking about becoming a public company. You got Voyager, who's been a public company, and look at what they're already doing. Better rates, faster. You know, they're beating the competition in so many ways. And then when we look at what they offer to people, Voyager makes it so you need to hold the coin, which is going to give you more utility. It also has a max supply, which is not that large, 210 million. Secondly, if you look at the stock world, the whole idea to not work again is to have your money working for yourself, making passive income. So if you're only into crypto assets that you can't make passive income from, where you have to sell them, you're not in a position to just completely work for yourself or to live that life you want to live. Okay. And so Voyager
Hold
yes,
on.
sir.
Real quick, I just need to add to this. No unemployed money. Your money should be working for you. You shouldn't be getting up, seeing 2,000 in your savings account. Then next week, that same damn 2,000 is sitting there, baby. Because when I put it to work, it's out there working, and it's coming back with some more monies. Continue. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're all good. And so we look at the platform, we look at the utility, and we look at how much passive income the platform allows people to use with no lockup, so you don't have to give up your private keys. And then you're allowed to earn passive income on the platform. Well, if you look at stocks, for an example, people live off of dividends just for holding them. That's the same thing with crypto staking. It's dividends for crypto. So you can literally hold certain cryptos and earn passive income from that. And that's what they're going to do. When we see these big downturns in the crypto market, people still want to earn income. How do they do that? Crypto staking. Okay. We look at Cardano. It can do everything Ethereum does, but Cardano is going to take off a lot of that pressure from Ethereum. I invested in Cardano back in March when it was 3 cents, just to be transparent. I don't talk about it, but there's a lot of cryptos I'm investing in that I don't talk about, right? VeChain. I'm invested in VeChain as well. They're part of the supply chain. They're going to be dealing with, food authenticity and manufacturers and all of that type of stuff. They already have, talks with Walmart, which is the largest food supplier in the world. So if you just follow the money, if Walmart is choosing to use this particular crypto, that should tell you something. And then we have Algorand. Algorand is one of the coins, just like Stellar, is chosen to be used for the USDC coin.
Absolutely.
So if you look at that, it kind of tells you where things are going and the utility that this blockchain will have.
Yeah. No, I like it. I mean, I think everything that you said was valid, and I'm not mad at the picks. So I think everything that you explained is valid. It is valid. Some of those I have in my portfolio, some I don't. Now, let's see let's go over mine real quick. Share this here screen. Now, here's the current top 10 of my portfolio. And this here is in order from 1 to 10. Current top 10 portfolio. You have Gala Games. The reason I have Gala is the galaxy of games. If you can think of like let's just say a jukebox for gaming. What does a jukebox hold? Jukebox has all of that catalog of music. Think of Gala Games as the catalog of games. Galaxy of games. Cardano. Everybody knows Cardano is special. I don't need to go on that. Everybody knows I'm the Stellar King. Matic. Matic is connected to everything. It's like a hidden chain link, so to speak. May not be doing exactly what Chainlink does, but Matic deals with the cross chains. And it underpins a lot, especially in regards to helping Ethereum scale and helping a lot of other blockchains scale to maximum, especially when we're reaching for mass adoption. Plus, Matic is, part of the emerging markets. It's backed by Coinbase. It's a whole team of Indians, people from India. So, I'm big on the emerging markets. They're part of the BGA, Blockchain Gaming Alliance. The list goes on and on and on. I may not do a whole lot of talking about Matic because I'm doing a whole lot of staking it. Oh boy, it's the staking reward. It's beautiful. And when you talked about the dividends, staking being the new dividends. I have been saying that for a very long time. And people don't seem to think this is real. They seem to think this is phony money like monopoly money. But it's so far from the truth. And you talked about, mining, talked about Bitcoin. Gala Games is like the Bitcoin for games. If you knew what Bitcoin was today, back then when it was under a penny, would you have invested? Yes, you would. But why haven't you invested in Gala Games? That is the question. Algorand, number 5. Algorand is connected to derivatives. It has Republic on its blockchain. It has a lot of other companies that are building upon Algorand. It's connected to the BSN. You know how I feel about the infrastructure. It is part of the infrastructure for the new fourth industrial revolution. So Algorand, I've been talking about Algorand since it was 20 cents. Nobody seemed to want to get on Algorand. They don't seem to get on this stuff until it goes up. Then they want to start. The object of the game is to be the early bird. The early bird gets the worm. Now you so late, you only getting pieces of the worm. Now me and Mike are just eating all the worms. Don't join the worm squad, please. Okay. Now we have VeChain over here at number 6. Hedera hash graph. Now we've been talking about Hedera hash graph since it was 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents. And now look at it. Singularity Net AGI. I've been talking about it since 2 cents. Artificial intelligence. This is where we're going. Everything is going to be ran by artificial intelligence. It's already happening now. Why do you think all these latest updates keep happening with Apple? They are slowly integrating the artificial intelligence. And sooner or later, you're going to wake up and you're going to have your own personal assistant, Google Assistant, getting ready to drop very soon. Here we have Polymath. We talked about tokenization of everything. Talked about tokenization of real estate. Polymath is doing just that. Tokenization of companies. Everything is being merged from the traditional world to the digital world. And here we have another gaming token called Sand. And they have something called the Sandbox. It's a gaming platform, and where we're headed in regards to the gaming world, these sandbox style games that we're going to actually be utilizing with these headsets and actually feels like we're actually really there. It's going to be huge. Gaming is changing. So that's why I have the sandbox, Sand. And I told my people in the Patreon group while Sand was at like 5 cents. Now look at it. Where is Sand today? Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull this up real quick.
Now, while you're pulling that up, no, I'm not aware of Sand. And while you're pulling that up, I want to hear your thoughts on Engine. I do hold Engine.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is I should have some Engine, and I do like it. And I do think Engine is going to continue to be successful. But see, what I do know is that in regards to the whole Samsung partnerships with these cryptos, if you look at the Samsung website, it shows that Engine is a dApp. And then at the very top that are controlling the ecosystem, you have Stellar Lumens and Tron. And we haven't really seen what Tron is getting ready to do.
I do hold Tron.
Good, because you'd be a smart man. But I really do think that seeing what Engine is doing and knowing what they have going on with Samsung and knowing all the blockchains and crypto companies that are partnered with Samsung, I really do believe that's just a testament to show what's getting ready to happen with Tron, with Stellar Lumens, and everything else that is involved. I think if you're invested in the right assets, man, there's no way that you can lose. You just can't win them all. I was tempted to buy Engine the other day at 30 cents. Now I look up and it's over $1. Damn!
And see, I bought Engine back in March as well. That was one of those cryptos I bought back in March. And I'm still holding today.
Yeah. No, that's a beautiful thing, man. Congrats on that. There's just so much out there, you know. Like I said, we were talking about Sandbox. It was at 5 cents when I was telling him. Now it's at 35 cents. And this thing is only going to keep going up. The problem is you get in early so you can get more bang for your buck. Now you get in late, you got to pay a higher ticket. The price of tea always goes up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then you mentioned, you've been talking about VGX. 573.
Beautiful buying opportunity.
Yeah. Let's see. Huh. So when did it start going up? It started going up.
Well, if you go back to January, it was at 79 cents.
January
of this year. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it seems like it was at like 14 cents. Oh, you said
January. It was cheaper than that. Yeah. But I'm saying like January before like that next big wave, you know?
Absolutely. So were you accumulating at that point, or when did you start
buying?
Actually,
my first buy-in was $1.10 to be exact. Yep.
Nice. And it's at $5 now. So that's a good play. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, tokens that serve a use case like Binance token, you know, Voyager. One I think could be a sleeper is BitTrue, BTR. Only because the platform has a lot of unique tokens on there that you can't get there on other places. And I think it wouldn't be a bad buy. This is BitTrue. Now I don't own any of this, ladies and gentlemen. It's just something I was thinking about doing. But the top 10, Mike, honestly, really doesn't even matter, because your top 10 today can be one thing. It could be exactly what I showed you or what you showed them. And then tomorrow it could be something totally different. Like top 3 could be changed. Tailcoin can pop up at any moment. I'm expecting a lot of other cryptos to pop up in the top 10. It doesn't really matter. What matters is investing in key assets that are connected and actually doing the real work. And the only way you can find out about things like that is by watching people who are giving you truthful information and not pulling on your goddamn emotions. Too many emotional investors. Get your emotions out of it, because it is no place for it. I mean, I have to talk to these people like a baby. Ooh, look at the boo-boo. You're so emotional. Yes, you are. You got to get out of that. It's not about that. It's about just investing in key assets that are going to go up in value. And if you do that, I think you will have no problem in regards to crypto. So that is my top 10. Now, Patreon members, you know I have a lot of other assets that I'm involved in, because I present it very nicely for you so that you can see. And I tell you about it at an earlier entry point so that you can benefit from the gains. We're not going to tell you to buy something to sell Ethereum right now, and then you know it's going to keep going up. No, or it's going to come down. You're going to buy in at the perfect opportunity time, the perfect opportune time. So now, Mike, what have you learned in regards to the crypto market from being in here since then to now? Like, how is your portfolio? How are you growing your portfolio? Are you investing in other assets? Then are you continuously adding to your portfolios?
Yes. So pretty much buying on the dips. I'm not swing trading. I'm not locking in profits. So honestly, every crypto I pretty much ever bought, I'm still holding today.
Nice.
So
nice.
So I'm not here to make a few $1,000s. You know, I'm here for life changing wealth. You know, and so that's one thing I said from the beginning, because we're still at the speculation phase, and I still think some people forget how early we truly are. There's not even 2% of the total money in the world invested in crypto yet. I mean,
Absolutely.
we're still so early. So I mean, we still have so much money to come into this market. So if you're patient and you're invested in the right assets, you don't have to swing trade. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, anyone that's just been invested as long as me and that's been investing in certain assets, I know what my gains are, even with us being down right now. So I can only imagine what people are that's been invested as long as you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely. No, and we talked about this offline, and I was saying that now is an opportunity that where you could, like, I'd say I have more than 30 assets. Okay. But you can do that because this is still the ground floor. You can throw money and make money. But if you throw money, you make sure you put it in the right places. Now, I know for a fact that people should take investing in blockchain as serious as they took the internet, but on steroids. Because this market, you can invest $5,000, and this market is due to go up 298,000%. So that means if you take $5,000 and invest it, it's going to turn into 14.9 million. From where I started into where I'm at today, I can see that very well happening. Okay, because I've been in the game since late 2016. Now we in 2021, and I can say these things because I have the experience. It's not about ego. I took the blows. Trust me. It was a long drive. I mean, when the bear market hit, that motherfucking hit, and we was all this. Look, I mean, there was YouTubers that were getting mad. They left crypto YouTube, like they just got ran up out. But I don't understand that, because that means you didn't truly see where this was headed. You were only invested for the little bit of money. Get tired of people always wanting something instant gratification. It doesn't work like that. Warren Buffett became Warren Buffett because he understood the method of getting rich slow. People want to be rich too damn fast, and you don't deserve it. I'm telling you that. You don't deserve it. You don't do any research. And these are things you have to do, you know what I mean, in order to make yourself confident going forward. You can't just rely on YouTubers, you know, because not everybody is as trustworthy and transparent as me and Mike are. Right? So, Mike, what other things are you eyeing right now? Like, give me a crypto that you don't mind sharing that you're eyeing, that you have your eye on, that you think would be a good investment.
Man, I recently just started talking about BitTorrent, the BTT token.
Yeah.
And the main thing I hear about is the token supply because it's so large. And absolutely, it's a large token supply, but people sometimes compare the token supply and think every token should have the same supply as Bitcoin. Well, there's
Correct.
different use cases for different things. And so I kind of made the example on Twitter earlier today of saying how Dogecoin just now is starting to get certain use cases, being able to be withdrawn from ATMs and stuff like that. But before any of that happened, before it was just known as the meme coin and Elon Musk pump coin, it hit 9 cents with no supply. And so you look at a project that already has consistent utility, over 100 million active users, and the use case that it's doing. Why would the token not reach a penny, 2 cents, 3 cents, $1 in the future? And when you look at how big the entire world is, this is being used for decentralized storage. We have so much stuff that people, I think, forget. And like we said earlier, we are so early in the space right now. Not even 2% of the money is actually in the crypto market right now.
Absolutely, and I agree. And we talked about BitTorrent. We've been an avid backer of Tron and BitTorrent and the moves of Justin Sun. And what people don't realize, firstly, let me touch on this. Token supply doesn't mean shit, okay? It's all about the network effect. You don't understand network effect because let me explain network effect so you can get an idea. Because what you need to understand too is that certain traditional companies, the stocks that they sell off to people to invest in, some of these companies have billions of those shares. So do cryptocurrencies. But those companies that have those billions of shares, they also have network effect, like an Instagram, a Facebook, a Twitter. That's network effect. People are not aware that BitTorrent is a successful company that has been doing the file sharing for years.
Absolutely.
And people use it. Companies use it. Just because you can't conceive it doesn't mean it's not true. So BitTorrent, yeah, man, I agree with you on that. BitTorrent is a sleeper. It's a huge sleeper, and people will soon be awoke by the digital called Tron. I'm telling you, it's yeah, man. I agree. BitTorrent is a sleeper, and from where it was to where it even is now, it's just slowly.
Yep.
And boom.
And then imagine once it hits that first penny, 2 cents, how much FOMO is going to go into this project. That's going to uplift the price. There's going to be so many people. Oh man, I should have never sold. Or man, I knew it. So it's just, you got to be patient with these things. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then this is also what some new investors needs to understand. If any asset goes directly straight up in the air, you got to understand it's about to come right back down. Okay. Right. So a slow, steady is healthy for that asset. You want that to happen. Okay. And I don't care how good the project is. Every project is going to have a type of consolidation period. And as an investor, it's our job to see those opportunities to pull the trigger.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, I'll drop this one. An asset that I've been eyeing that I know is going to go to the moon. And my Patreon members, you are aware of this. And it is involved in the energy sector. Because I know my analogy is it's like a quarterback that is throwing a post route to the wide receiver. The quarterback is not going to throw the ball where the receiver is. He's going to throw the ball where the receiver is going to be, which is in that end zone. So what people need to understand is you need to prepare yourself for where things are shifting to so that you can capitalize, be there first, and you reap the benefits. The early bird gets the worm. Now, do you want a whole lot of worms, or do you want a car amount worth of worms? I want a freeway of worms. So, but that asset is lithium. Lithium. It's actually underpinning in the entire in Germany, all of Germany. It's underpinning Germany for the new renewable energies, where you can be buying and selling energy, and lithium is the underpinning all of that. And it's not going to only just be for Germany. They're going to be doing it for other countries. And another one is Power Ledger. Power Ledger, if you mean, look at where it's going. It's only going to keep going up and up. Energy is where it's at. So yeah, I would advise anybody who's listening, even you, Mike. You seem to be a smart guy, but definitely get you some lithium, because right now it is consolidating, and I just feel like it's getting ready to go to the moon. And people, when I speak, the godfather of crypto, he has an inkling that something is going to arise. And I know where we're going, Mike.
I
want to show him where we're going. Can I show him where we're going real quick?
Absolutely.
Let's just show them where we're going real quick. Oh my gosh. I think, man, there's just so much that's out here for us, and so many sectors. Now, what stock are you into that you think is a good stock right now?
I'm investing in, the top three tech stocks I'm in: Apple, Microsoft, and IBM. And IBM connects with Stellar, if people understands how things work. Hyperledger Fabric, that's IBM software that Stellar's using. We also understand that IBM connects 97% of all the banks in the world. So you can just kind of understand how things connect, with also Stellar main mission being the unbanked. So just dropping a few gems there.
Yeah, I agree, man. I totally agree.
And
Stellar, huh?
I said, and also potentially it's more of like a, not a partnership, but they're more of like a development team that the CEO announced about the IOTA coin. Hint, hint. I think IOTA's going to be big. How they have, they are partnered with Dell, but they could potentially be working with IBM in the future. So yeah, that could be big as well.
Yeah, IOTA is definitely going to be big. There's no question about it. I don't have any personally because I'm in IoTex, which is also going to be working with them. Streamer, listen, pay attention, guys. Some jewels is being dropped. Hopefully you can catch them. But like I said before, I just have to show people where we're actually headed. And, you need to be comfortable with getting this money slowly, but it's actually going to happen a lot faster than what you think. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are on the Stellar train, which we all are on this channel right now, because if you are watching Bigger Than Race, you got to be in Stellar. If not, you deserve an ass kick.
And CDR and our crew is go. Okay, Scooter, look, it's a great day to go fly. On behalf of the KSC Processing and Launch Team, I'd like to wish you...
We need to embrace this moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Team, a great mission. Good luck, Godspeed. We'll see you back here in about 11 days. Enjoy the ride, pal.
Enjoy the ride.
Also check if the SRD's firing chain is armed.
This is so beautiful.
Water system armed. T-minus 10, 9.
Everybody deserves to be at this position that we are blessed to be in. Not everybody deserves it. Ladies and gentlemen, you are here for a reason. You are here for a moment. And the moment is for us to change our lives. Longevity, generational wealth. You have kids. You want to protect your family from going through this bullshit that is getting ready to come upon us. We're talking about Ready Player One. We're talking about changes that people are not even aware of. And Mike, you know about this. What do you know about the fourth industrial revolution? Do you see the robots taking over in your location?
They haven't made it fully to where I am, but you can see it happening in the U.S. They just there was something that was on the news where they had the first robot dog. If you caught that, so you could see things shifting and taking place.
Yeah, you know what? One of my followers sent me one. I'm actually gonna pull it up, but it keeps explaining it while I pull it up here. It's a police dog they got now.
Police dog is still in testing phase, they said, but it's basically able to think on its own. And they're talking about how the fourth industrial revolution is all about artificial intelligence, machine learning. It's about, and I mean, this may kind of sound scary, but it's taken more power away from the masses. Okay. And so you kind of got to look at it. If you think about when companies start to allow $15 an hour, well, what the companies can actually afford to pay that now, a lot of the big companies, but they're not. And so if you're not making that, you got to think about it. When companies start to do that, there's going to be robots and machines that are doing your job. And then it's going to be that person making that $15 an hour, working those machines or helping with those machines. So you just got to kind of understand where things are going. We have the drones and shit and all of that. So right there is going to limit a lot of jobs. We have a lot of the small businesses that won't be able to integrate cryptocurrency or are not familiar with the tech. That's going to completely make their business obsolete. So we have the tech that is truly taking over the world. We have the gaming industry where what's happening, and people may think it sounds comical, but we're going to be in our own digital world, our own avatar world that's going to be coming that people don't see. Think about it. The VR goggles is just a small glimpse of what's coming. Okay.
Yeah.
You look at how the world has changed with sports. This is what I see coming. You look at the NBA basketball, how they're playing in a bubble with the fake crowds. Well, what's going to happen is people are going to be watching national games, not just basketball, football, baseball, on goggles, but actually be inside the game in a virtual world. But then the people with the money or the higher class, those will be the people that will be at the games. Okay. And that's what's coming. Absolutely. And that's what's coming. Yes. And if people don't see that coming.
Sorry. Yes. I'm just excited. Yes.
Go ahead.
You are so on point that, boy, thank you, God. Listen, you're so right. And they showed us a glimpse of it when they first did the switch over, when you had Lil Wayne in the stands and these different celebrities, you know what I'm saying? And then exactly. That is why it's so crucial for us right now to advance ourselves financially so that we can be the ones that can travel. People are not going to be able to travel because they ain't going to have the money. You don't want to be that guy. I want to go to the game with you, Mike. You know what I'm saying? We go watch it.
Absolutely.
Play, you know what I'm saying? And we be live. And experience the AR technology that is going to be used because they're already doing it now.
Yep.
So this is where we're headed, and this is why assets like VV and collectibles and NFTs and all the ones that I talk about on the channel, guys, is going to be humongous. Now, Mike, to go back to the robot dog that you mentioned, let's see it here. This was a week ago, ladies and gentlemen. This is in the NYPD unleashes the Digi Dog. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Digi Dog.
It's here.
You know, and I'm in Cali, and already they have DoorDash deliveries with robots.
Dang, for real?
Oh yeah, especially in California. California is the hub where they test. This is the testing ground. They test a lot of stuff in California, and yeah, man, robots are going to be here. It's literally the Jetsons. The Jetsons was a premonition or a projection of where we're headed, which is right now.
And
so, yeah.
Just look at everything else that's tied together. The EV market, electric vehicles, Well, understand that takes us from gas to electric renewable energy, but it also puts you completely on a complete controlled grid now.
Yes.
And so that's how the autonomous driving also will be improved because of that.
Are you aware of DAV network?
DAV network, DAV?
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I haven't really like stuck my feet into them.
Well, you need to stick your whole head in it because it's so But no, man, I think, see, what people really need to understand when it comes to cryptos, they think that teams have to tell you or update you on what they have going on. In the traditional world, IBM ain't updating your ass all the damn time. Okay. You just invest. You know, IBM has been around. You can see the partnerships. You can do your real due diligence and see that, okay, this is viable. This is real. DAV network is just that. It's about the grid, the autonomous network, that all of those drones and autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles are going to be ran on. Okay, it's a part of the mobility. It's partnered with major people who are working upon it, from UPS, SAP. Many people are not aware that they've already been testing trucks, UPS trucks that are electric and autonomous, doing long deliveries. And this is where we're headed. And people seem to think you need somebody to tell you that, we're going to update you. That means it's real. No. If you do the research, you see the connections, you see it's real. And if you understand where we're going, you see it's real. Some people just don't have the vision to see the future. That's why everybody is not meant to get certain things or to benefit off of certain projects. You may benefit off of a Bitcoin while we benefiting off of something totally different. You know, a person came to me the other day, wanted to invest. I deal with people who want to, they understand crypto and they really want to get way more skin in the game. This lady only invested in Cash App $100 in Bitcoin. Talk about she wants to enhance. But people are scared to put skin in the game to actually change their lives. You got to take the risk. And I tell people all the time, you got to grab your nuts, whether you are male or female. It's just a figure of speech. You have to grab the cojones, whatever is in you, to help you take the risk. Because I can assure you, if you are investing in the right assets, you can definitely change your life. And absolutely. Mike, you've done that in a short period of time, man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to piggyback off something you said. And sure. This will kind of go proof. And I'm sure we got some viewers on here that's been following you from the beginning. And so how you said companies don't have to tell the masses what's been released, what's been this. They don't have to. And think about this, and giving some homage to Brando. Think about when he released the Samsung and Stellar partnership on his channel. And they didn't announce it until 3 weeks to a month later, when people that was already aware already knew about it.
Correct.
So that right there gives you, and also to give you another example, Bank of America has been well invested into Ripple.
Long time.
But people who's been doing their research, they didn't have to wait for the announcement to come out, just like with Amazon. But that's a whole another topic, But just saying, you don't have to wait for someone to say, okay, it's official. As investors, it's our job to see the opportunity before everyone else. Because if you get in when the big people say, okay, invest, well, most of the money is already made at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to, and when you're investing, let's just be real for a second. You're going to lose some money. It's going to happen. But you have to lose some money to know how to make money. Just like you got to spend money to make money. Okay. But the whole idea is you should be making more money than you're losing. Okay. And so also it's never a true loss unless you lock that loss in. Okay.
Right.
So
By
core stuff
selling.
is gonna absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything that you just said. And I think that is true. You only lose when you sell. You only lose when you sell. And you will lose money. But the trajectory, if you are investing properly, the losses are only gains that you are losing. Because it
Mhm.
just, if you hold and you're investing properly in
Yep.
blue chip crypto, you're only gonna keep going up. Oh, I may went down today. I just lost 20 grand a while ago, but I ain't worried about it because I know I'm gonna eat that back up.
Mhm.
And that's how you have to see it. You have to see the trajectory of where we're headed. Listen, what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, we are the quarterbacks. We are the quarterbacks of our life. And every day you get up, bang, blue 42, dead, hot. And we have to be able to throw these balls at the proper point, at the proper time. And ladies and gentlemen, there's no better time to start throwing these balls than right very now. The future is now, and the future is also tomorrow. But are you positioned? Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not in the Patreon group, you should definitely be in the Patreon group so that you can accelerate your learning curve and continue to advance and have a group of people who are interested in the success of all individuals. Mike, brother, man, it was a beautiful episode. I thank you for coming on, man, and sharing your energy and sharing your knowledge. And I definitely want to do this again. I think but before we go, maybe there's some questions going on here. Maybe they might have. Let's see if we can answer some of their questions. If you don't mind, Mike, or do you have somewhere you need to do?
No, I got a few minutes.
Oh, okay, Mike got a few minutes for us, guys. So, but no, man, I appreciate you being here, honestly.
Yeah, man. Once again, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So this guy says, my greatest fear is the arts being eliminated by AI. Think about it. A sentient fucking toaster making a God-sent masterpiece.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's talking about the Internet of Things. Because think about it. Everything we use today, everything we use today is part of the Internet of Things. Think about certain smart cities. They got a smart city over across the country now that they're building over in Africa, being used by Stellar.
Yes.
That's being
Acorn.
built on Stellar. So Acorn. And so you look at these things. You look at certain. Years ago, I used to work for Geek Squad, which is the Best Buy subsidiary. So if they install certain things with home entertainment, smart city. So we would program smart thermostats, smart doors where they would unlock themselves. It would turn up the heat. It would close the blinds. This has been here this was happening 5-6 years ago. So think about how advanced, technology is. And I understand, to get to your question, you said that's your fear. Well, if you're watching this video right now, this live stream, you're in the right place, because that means mostly you're investing in crypto to change your life. So when that transfer happens, you're going to be set up just like your family, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Look, they said, Wild Alchemical Spirit, what's going on? She said, yeah, that guy is a great addition. Definitely bring him back on, Brando. You guys have a good flow. Nice.
Appreciate that.
Let's see who else. Well, definitely thank you guys for being here. I mean, definitely a beauty. Let's see. Somebody just said, John May, I just turned 41 and I've been patient and patiently waiting for an opportunity such as this. And now it's here. And I'll continue to be patient. I learned my lesson, FOMOing. LOL. Now, that's funny. Have you had any FOMO? Have you ever FOMOed into any project during your time investing in crypto? And how was that? And what lessons did you learn from that?
I would say I had it in stocks.
Nice.
But not really in crypto. Because my stock journey led me, I made enough mistakes in stocks to lead me not to make some of those same mistakes in crypto. Also knowing how much more volatile, how much more speculative, and how much more easier it is to use your money, I was a lot more cautious on where I put my money, And so with crypto, how I kind of did it was I try to, if I truly believe into a play, I try to put in a lump sum amount. And the reason being is because I want a lot of quantity at a certain cost. I don't want to nibble if I know it's a great investment. Why nibble?
Yes.
You want to go all in. And so that's exactly, granted, the old saying is you eat an elephant one bite at a time. But if you got the ability, because everyone's financial status is different. Everyone needs a certain amount of money to change their life, to be where they need to. So everyone has a different price target. Some people may need Stellar to only hit $10. Some people may need it to hit $50, $100. It depends how much you have and what your financial status is.
Yes, I agree. And I think that is a very valid point. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot, if you know and you hear what we're talking about, like a Hedera hash graph, do you have any Hedera hash graph?
I don't. And honestly, listen, I know. That's one of the coins, honestly, I knew about when it was 3 cents, no lie. And I never pulled the trigger, which is one of those coins I just never pulled.
You know what? I'm going to do something very impromptu right now. Let me show you something real quick. I cannot believe this. We have got to get this boy into some Hedera hash graph. Oh my. Man, Mike, Hedera is going to go on a tear. A tear. But let's do this.
Well, it has connections with a lot, as I know.
Oh, man. Just watch this.
We are in the dawn of a new decentralized era, where people who don't know or trust each other can securely collaborate and transact online without the need for an intermediary. For distributed ledgers to go mainstream and enable this vision, there are 4 issues that must be addressed: speed, security, stability, and governance. Hedera Hashgraph is the enterprise-grade public network that addresses these challenges. The underlying Hashgraph consensus algorithm offers speed and scalability, fair ordering, and best-in-class security for mission-critical applications. Hedera is a platform built on and built for trust.
You need a governing concept. And because blockchain systems are about trust, well, somebody has to set the standard for trust.
Hedera aims to achieve a truly decentralized governance model. The Hedera Governing Council is an elected group of highly diversified, leading global organizations committed to supporting the development and growth of the Hedera public network. Comprised of the world's most innovative companies across different industries and geographies, the Hedera Governing Council will chart the path for the Hedera platform and public network. Their responsibilities include hosting and maintaining initial network nodes, establishing a governance framework for global markets, and overseeing the software run by hundreds of thousands of nodes at scale, and for the overall direction of the Hedera platform's codebase.
We decided to join Hedera Hashgraph, but not only join, but being a counselor on the Hedera Hashgraph network, because it's important for us to influence the future roadmap.
The Governing Council will play a crucial role for this emerging sector, creating the best practices and guidelines that will serve the industry for decades to come.
But we're all going to be able to get together and share that sort of global best practice knowledge on a series of interesting and challenging questions about the future of this technology and how we can help frame a governance around it.
Hedera Hashgraph goes beyond blockchain with a fast, fair, and secure distributed public ledger governed by the world's leading enterprises and made for developers, creating a trusted and empowered digital future for all.
Now, okay, Mike, you see this?
I'm looking at the partners and the names that you got
Yeah.
me sold. And
So-
it's hitting almost every major industry that's part of the future. Every industry.
Exactly. And not only that, Hedera Hashgraph Governing Council is made up of almost 49. It's about between 39 to 50 governing members. Now, you just see a couple right here. Now, can you imagine who else is behind the scenes that they have yet to tell us and release?
Right.
Because for a time frame, I think there's like a 5-year window where they can govern, each company can govern for a duration. So what they do is they trade off. They got this whole thing worked out because it's all planned out. But they have it worked out to where they all can just shift in and trade out. So because they own the Hedera network.
Right.
So yeah, man, it's gonna only go up. I think still buying in at 10 cents where it is right now. You seen the video I showed earlier, right?
Yeah.
We went to the moon. Hedera Hashgraph H bar. Please get some, Mike, and I'll consider filling my bags up with some VGX because I do have a I do have a Voyager X account, and I have traded on there for Storm X, I believe. So yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. I thank you for being here, bro. I really do. Definitely have you come back on, and we will reciprocate the energy and love. Thank you for being here, man. Any last remarks that you'd like to say before you leave, brother?
And once again, thanks for having me on, man. And appreciate the audience. And I always say, if you're not investing in yourself, then you're losing. So make sure you investing in yourself. I live by that. And investing doesn't just mean financial. Investing means health, fitness, relationships, building more skills, growing your intellect. That's all part of investing in yourself. So that's kind of what I stand behind. Invest in yourself every day to be better, and then you'll win.
I agree wholeheartedly. Ladies and gentlemen, check his channel out, Mike the Investor, exactly how you see it on the screen. I think you'll find some hidden jewels over there and just hear things from a different perspective. And, you know, he touches on stocks as well. So, one last thing, man. There's this energy company, electric vehicle company that you mentioned. Can you invest in that yet? Is it a stock?
Who is it? CCIV, Lucid Motors?
Yes.
Yes. The SPAC is CCIV, and they actually dipped, I think, by 8 or 10%. So this would be a beautiful, beautiful time to actually buy. So if you know anything about the EV market, I actually did a video on them as well, not too long. I actually did the full breakdown of why this company is going to be massive. And so I'm still holding the company. A lot of people may be wondering, did I sell? Honestly, even with the dipping so low, I'm still up on the position because I bought in immediately.
Where's it at right now, price?
When I looked, it was around $22. And the stock got all the way up to around 64 before the big dip and all of that.
Okay, can you when we log off,
I got you.
So I can make it clear. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure you're aware of NEO as well.
Absolutely. Okay. And honestly, man, that's one of those plays I kick myself on. I could have bought them, man, at under $2. Like, yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. But at the time, I didn't realize how big the EV market was. Because I was kind of at the time when I was transitioning to not only dividends, so hey, it happens though. It happens. I'm an early adopter when it comes to crypto, so I'm gonna get them gains back.
Yeah, man, absolutely. No, man, I appreciate you for being here, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Watch it back. We're not gonna have time to get to everybody's answers because right now I'm hungry and I need to eat. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Investigate truth on your own terms. Mike, thanks for being here, brother.
We out.